turn on the lights so y'all can see me. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Look at you.
I just had to break it out, you know. I just had to break it
Okay.
out, you know.
Just reminding me that my singing voice is trash. All right.
No,
All
no,
right.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no. I just wanted to show everybody my
Okay.
range. That's what I
Okay.
wanted to do.
All right. Shit, I got a track on the EP where I'm singing. Yo, shit sounded beautiful.
Me, I just want it.
Okay. All right.
Too far?
We
Too
are
far?
back, stream. Back to Starfield. Back in action. Back to black. Full attack. You know what I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're back. Feeling good. How
Let's
you
get
feeling?
it, baby.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like the four. I feel fantastic.
Feeling fantastic. Yes, sir. So am I. This was a very good day. Just came back from the gym with Jamel. Just watched that Apple's event as well. I am in a market for a new MacBook Pro, and they have actually dropped the price to $1,600 entry point, which is down from $2,000.
Really? And they added in chip and everything?
Yes, sir. So the M3 chip seems to be 2 times as fast as the M2 chips, which is pretty insane to say. So yes, it's just think about
they
the
always
fact that
say that.
I was close to pulling the trigger about 2 weeks ago. I would have been sick. I would have been a madman if I pulled that trigger just for them to be like, hey, we made it cheaper and more powerful, you stupid ass. Yes. So rest in peace to all the people that just bought a MacBook Pro like 2 weeks ago. Within the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean they have good they had what was it? They had a good refurbished one for like $400. It was an M2 MacBook Pro. I really considered getting it.
What?
Yeah, for a refurbished one. And I was like, damn, I should pick that up because I have an Air right now. And oh no, it was an M1.
Okay, that makes sense.
M1. But not gonna lie, I didn't do it because I knew that I was like, you know what, I'm saving up for a desktop. I'm just gonna go that way, go that route.
My work needs lately have required me to be on the go more than I have realized, especially during that conference. And I was like, wow, I am no longer in the keep my work at home crew. I'm in the my work is my
mobile.
life. Yes.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA is the one who signed it.
Yup, so this is my life. So I shall be getting a MacBook Pro within the next fiscal year.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the city.
So I was bringing up a point before we got into this.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, looking like I'm gonna look back in these streams and be like, this is like a time capsule. And I was kind of thinking like, a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now when it comes to this stream stuff, the music, the projects I'm building, it's all like everybody. People have journals and stuff like where they write their journal every day. For me, that's just the work I'm doing. Like that kind of just shows you where my headspace is at during that time.
Yeah.
Like I can't really do the journaling thing or write down my thoughts. I do that in the form of music, but like I really do it in the form of the projects I'm working on. And I think this is like a really dope way when I have kids. Yo, look at these streams I did with the crew. Yo, look at this website I built. Look at these music I produced. Like I feel like that's more dope than like a little journal with my thoughts. You know
Yeah. Like some pictures or a scrapbook you can show your fucking
yeah. Like I feel like you don't actually get your like when I look at my parents like scrapbooks and stuff like that. Like I do get a sense of their personality. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I feel like this is like a really dope way to like really like show them who you were as a person. But I think that's one thing that's gonna be like a big difference between like our generation and the past. Like we could really show them in real time what we're like, probably for the better or worse.
But still, hold on one second. I'm in a talking scene right now.
Yeah, talk to me.
Do you have a story for me or not? Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, Try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst. Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things. Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. So, what do you got for me?
What the fuck?
Oh, Lord.
What the fuck?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though.
Is it spoiler
It'd probably
territory
be all for it
or
if David asked.
Yeah.
like main mission story?
Yeah.
Main story?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna not ask. I'm not even gonna look at your stream then, because usually I'll be popping in on your streams.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck, bro?
Really?
What the fuck?
You sure? Who do I look like? Yeah, I'd give you credit.
Oh, what the fuck?
Great. You don't need to. If you've seen something interesting, let me know. If it pans out into a full story, you'll be compensated. You certainly get around. But I thought the Rangers had fun. I heard there was a stand. I'd say I'm surprised, but what happened to the robbers? You did what? I mean, you're... I'll do some research. These things are often... That's really good news. You were there. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is... Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this.
Ooh, 1,000 credits.
You talk and get paid. Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Oh, yes. I'm not quite sure I have heard this entire story.
Oh yeah, me and Andrea are in a relationship.
Oh. Woo!
Wait, what?
Not gonna lie. In my mind, I was like, who the fuck is Yo. I was like, hey, yo, what? How come I've never... Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, damn. All right, okay.
Rare
Okay.
minerals, you say.
All right.
So
my
what's
nigga.
your role in
You
all
get the
this?
extra XP bonus.
Part of a tour group?
Yeah.
We all know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I didn't realize. So we've covered the basics. How'd a bunch of miners? How heartwarming. Constellation. This is a good local story. Plucky my. If you ever get more stories. And take this to cover any incidentals or other.
Yay. Cute.
Hmm?
Sup,
A
wife?
face I never mind seeing. What can I do for you?
Ooh. Ooh.
There are no words that would do it justice.
She said, I just make everything better. Oh, I almost broke up with her by accident. How you gonna put that as like the first option, yo? What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
Yo.
And I shall be sure to say.
I'm
care of
weak.
yourself.
So apparently in this game,
Please
you're supposed
tell
to
me
play a
you're
New
not
Game
here.
Plus. In my mind, 1 is enough. Dog, you know how many hours I spent on this fucking game?
Yo, so like obviously I'll be scrolling on Reddit, like reading like for tips and shit on this game. And like there's mad dudes that's already on New Game Plus, bro. Like, yo, these guys have
Dude, there were people on New Game Plus within 2 weeks of this coming out.
that is
Like,
insane, bro. Like I feel like I spent a crap ton of hours on this. And I don't even feel like I'm close.
Yeah, no. Even I feel like I'm not close. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Like, so that's insane, y'all. Like, whoever is on New Game Plus and like blowing through this like that, y'all. Props to y'all, I guess. I'm not gonna
Kudos.
hate. Yeah, I'm not
Kudos.
even gonna
Yep.
hate.
Kudos. Kudos.
I'm not even
Kudos.
gonna hate.
Kudos.
Andrea, my fine Spanish ting. What is she? What is her nationality? Like, what does it look like? She looks Venezuelan, like, looking at her.
A credit for your thoughts, as they say. If there's anything you need,
Here we go.
we will speak again soon, I hope.
Alright. Now you've inspired me to play the main mission again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, you can build up all the XP you want, but at the end, you gotta. Somebody's gotta win. Somebody's
True.
gotta win. Apparently, you can start a New Game Plus off of a New Game Plus too.
What the
Yeah, yeah.
What type of
yeah.
Inception ass shit is this?
It's a multiverse theory.
Oh, weak.
Speaking of multiverse, Spider-Man is so fun. Oh my gosh.
Yo, like, I
Oh
feel like I
my
go on
God.
Twitter and all I see is complaints about the game, yo.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them, brother.
That's
You
what I
gotta play
figured.
that shit.
That's what I figured.
You gotta play that shit. Yeah.
I know I gotta get a PS. There's so much stuff I keep saying I'm gonna get, and I just don't do it. Somebody has to
Yeah.
hold me accountable.
A PlayStation 5 is definitely buy the Spider-Man bundle, bro. That's the only game you need. And once you finish Spider-Man, get God of War. And that's all.
I need to
games you
buy
need
a
on the
new
PlayStation.
TV, a PlayStation, and a Switch. That's what I need to buy.
Fuck the Switch.
I'm getting a Switch.
Okay.
Bro, Switch games, Nintendo exclusives are always a shit, especially Zelda. I need to play that new Zelda, yo.
Evening, sir.
I don't know. Ever since I got an Xbox, bro, like the original Xbox, I have not been on
I do not spend
Nintendo.
as much time here as some of the
What?
others, but
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
The
I'm
only
still given my
Nintendo
own
shit that
room.
they keep getting me with is the Brawl, Super Smash Brothers.
True.
Not Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Bro,
but
I
just
even want to
Super
play.
Smash Brothers.
So like, my siblings, so like, I go back home since they have like all the game systems because spoiled. And then they have a remake of Pokemon Diamond for Switch, exact one that I had, and I want to play that so bad.
Are you ready
Relive
to
my
set
childhood.
off?
All right, Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not gonna do. Yeah, Pokemon's kind of lit. I'm not gonna lie. But
Why start
exploring and all that shit that you would just take
What's on your
hours and
mind
hours
at
to
this
do on
moment?
Pokemon, I personally do not have that.
Yeah, true. Like, cause I got my DS back from my little sister, cause she was using it for the longest time, and I thought I would be playing it a lot more, but I kind of just haven't been.
Yeah. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh man. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Okay,
Wow.
I get it. Let me just. They talk so fucking much. Damn. That's why I don't understand how people could do a New Game Plus. But I've heard this conversation.
So if you were to start New Game Plus right now, what would you do differently from your first playthrough?
I would choose all the bad decisions that I didn't choose.
Bro,
I felt like
what? I said I was gonna
yeah.
be a menace. Exactly. All right, I'm glad we had the same thoughts.
Yeah.
I feel like
I wanted to. I set out to be a menace this time, but then like I was going through the story, I'm like, yo, I can't be a dick. I can't be a complete dick. And then as the story goes on, I'm like, fuck this.
I'm being a terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna shut up because I was about to. Yeah.
And I was thinking about that, right? In real life.
If I could do a New Game Plus, I would be a menace.
I feel like if I knew I had like a second chance to do this again, like without any real consequences, I'd probably make a lot of the decisions that I was let's keep it a buck. Alright,
I'd be like the evil T'Challa, bro.
Yo, what? I feel like I'd be in the exact same situations and just do the opposite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like
yeah, just be a fucking
I'm like, I'm not gonna curse that child. And this time, curse her out. Do it. What? Yeah, man. Cause why not? Oh, there's a bunch of floaty stuff here.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna just try it. I'm not even gonna speak into existence. I'm just gonna try it. See if I can do it.
All right. That's how you gotta do things sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try it. If I can do it, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. But if not, I ain't gonna do it. At least I tried. Yeah, that's gonna be my new motto. At least I tried. Yo, you know what I really want to do? Alpha Kitchen, bro. Alpha Kitchen.
Don't you?
Cause I don't cook that much. I'm always working, bro. I'm always working. I don't really cook that much. I mean, alright, that's a lot. I cook, but like, I don't cook what I want to cook. You know, I want to be chefing it up in the kitchen. Call me fucking nigga flay, bro.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. I'm sorry. Black man flay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I will be the mayor of Flavor Town, bro. I will be the mayor of Flavor Town. But
anomaly.
what was I gonna do?
Oh, I have to scan all the anomalies.
And I feel like, you know, like playing both PlayStation exclusives and Xbox exclusives, I feel like Xbox exclusives are more like talk, story. We're here for a good story. And I'm not gonna lie, PlayStation exclusives are like, yeah, we'll give you dialogue, but we'll give you dialogue while you're fighting. That's how you keep me. That's how you keep me engaged. Cause I want to be whooping niggas' asses. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to be whooping people's asses. and I just want to know the story while I'm doing something. I don't want to just watch it, because if I wanted to watch something, I'd watch a show. I'd watch Netflix. I'd watch Crunchyroll. But you know.
So how do you feel about the what do you think the next 2 years? Let's not go so far as saying like 5 years. What do you think the next 2 years is gonna be like?
I feel like all the failed games that have come out, not failed. All right, I would say failed as in like a as in how gaming companies see a failed experience.
Yeah.
Like Avengers, good attempt, not great execution there.
Yeah.
Not great execution. Gotham Knights, good attempt, not great execution.
True.
Saints Row remake, good attempt,
I'm glad
definitely not
to see
good
you. A
execution
good
there.
team always
And
shows
I am a diehard Saints Row fan. I
That
played
game
Saints
made
Row
me
1,
sad.
Saints Row 2, 3, 4, the new one. And I was so hyped for the new one. And when it came out and I played it, I was so disappointed in what the final product was. And I keep looking at these other gaming companies like Insomniac, Santa Monica Studios, Rockstar. They just continuously put out hits. But they already found a formula that works for them. And all these other gaming companies didn't find a formula that works for them. But now they got bought out, or they're in the new leadership. And the thing is, they don't have time to adapt and learn what made a game a failed game. But what's really disappointed me, like Rocksteady, how they came out with Gotham Knights, and let's be real, the Batman Arkham games were some of the best games in history to ever go down. Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, some of the best games ever to ever be released. And it was released on all consoles. It wasn't exclusive. It wasn't just if you had this you could play it. You had this you could play it. Everybody could play it. You know? And the last game, I feel like that was a success that everybody could play, was either Elden Ring, which I didn't play because I'm not a Dark Souls kind of. Yeah.
I just kept.
Well, I'm not a Dark Souls like fan. Yeah, you know. But also Grand Theft Auto. Name me another game that's come out for across all consoles that has been a success. Like
Red Dead Redemption
everybody
as well.
loves this game. Okay, Red Dead Redemption.
And that's
okay,
both Rockstar.
Okay. But Rockstar, exactly. They found a formula. It works. They know what to do.
Yeah, man, that's true. Because it's one thing to get everybody gripped and be like off rip, but like you gotta maintain that focus as well.
Right. And Activision is there, yet they just. Oh man. This Activision. I mean, obviously, I know they just got bought out by like Xbox, but the thing is, they have a formula that works. They know their Call of Duty formula works, and it works over years. But the thing is, Activision, they're all tied up in the PR stuff, the PR stunts, the press, making this game, that game, this game.
But can you remind me how to use the powers again?
Both triggers, or both buttons on the top.
Oh, that's not working. Oh, there we go.
I
knew that. I knew that. No, I knew that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, this is my TED talk. I guess this is my TED talk.
Keep going. You're going off.
But I feel like Activision, they're just so torn now because you have a Call of Duty that works. It gets people in. It's fun. Let's not even if you hate on Call of Duty, you can't hate on Call of Duty because everybody's played Call of Duty. It's fun. Yeah.
And you somehow always end up with the newest Call of Duty. You don't even know how it ended up in your gaming library.
Right. Somehow, some way, you played the new Call of Duty. I played it. Do I have it installed? Not always, but I played it.
I've played it. Like Call of Duty's like Drake when it comes to music, bro. It's like everybody listens to him.
Yeah.
Not everybody says they like him, But I
Right,
can guarantee he's
but
probably in your top 10 by the end. But when that
Yep.
Spotify rap comes out,
Yep.
as much as you say you hate him, yeah.
Oh man.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
Yeah, it's true, man.
But and the thing is, like, Activision Blizzard, who gave us Starfield? Bethesda.
They're also another one of those that kind of have a formula.
Yeah, they do. I mean, Fallout's the what else? The World of Warcraft is another big thing that they have that, you know, they acquired. Like, let's be real, Activision acquired Blizzard, and they acquired World of Warcraft. That's not a Activision original. What else has Activision done that's been successful? Did they do Division? Who did Division?
That's Ubisoft, isn't it?
Ubisoft. That's. Let's talk about Ubisoft. Let's talk about Ubisoft.
Assassin's Creed. You know what I'm saying?
Ubisoft is a company where I don't get me wrong, I'm a Ubisoft fan. I love Ubisoft because I love the Assassin's Creed games. I love the Division games. I like the Ghost Recon games. What else does Ubisoft do that I like the Watch Dogs. I like Far Cry. They have so many good games, and I'm not gonna. I'm a Ubisoft fan. But I feel like they just don't get enough traction because they have so many hands and so many games at all the times. Like, you have a lot of continuous series here.
Yeah.
And you know, you can work on a Far Cry. You can use the same formula for Far Cry. You have the continuous Assassin's Creed, which is probably Ubisoft's best game out there. But at the same time, they use the same formula. You know, get upgrades. Get upgrades. Go take over this part of the city. Ride a horse to this city. Go undercover. You know, stalk this person, assassinate them, and then find out some weird magical power at the end.
I guess that formula stopped working because, like, have you heard much about the latest Assassin's Creed? Like, I feel like it released and nobody has talked about it.
See, I heard it got good reviews, and I do want to play it, but I'm not paying $70 for that game.
It's $70
because it's not. Yeah, that's why. See, that's why. It's a short story, very short story, because it's only like 20 hours long.
Yeah.
For an Assassin's Creed game, for, like, you know, people that don't play games, a 20-hour game is not really that long. But at the same time, they went back to the old formula, which everybody's been asking for them to do. Because, like, you know, I loved Odyssey. I loved Origins. I liked Origins. I wouldn't say I loved Origins. I loved Odyssey. I liked Origins. I hated Valhalla. I was not a fan.
Man, I'm so mad at how bad, because we were so hyped for that one.
Yes.
Especially coming off.
And then they. Coming off of Odyssey, and then you just, hey, we're gonna change our fighting style completely.
Bro, the fighting is what killed it for me. It just felt so heavy and slow.
Yes. Because everything else that they had in it was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, they did the world building. They had raids. They had you built your own village. You had your own team. That's all I want in an Assassin's Creed game. You know, I mean, I get it. I'm an assassin. But at the same time, I want a team, dog. You know, I want my dogs with me. Like, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was one of my favorite games of all time. Yes. And
like, having them come in and jump them for you, that was tough.
Yup. You said hooty hoo, and then
yeah.
Oh yeah. That was my shit. Oh my gosh. But the thing is, they'll stick to a formula because they don't have enough time to go into all these different kind of games. Because, like I said, you have Division, because they're making a new Division, they're making a mobile game Division, and they're making a new console Division. Far Cry, which, I mean, let's be real, I'm a Far Cry fan. They're never gonna not put out another Far Cry. Assassin's Creed, their most iconic series. They're working on like what 4 or 5 different iterations of that project right now, because they're working on a TV series. They're working on a mobile game.
Oh
They
my
just came out with a
goodness.
new game, and they're coming out with an MMORPG.
Too much.
I'm here for you. If I can
So
take
like
a
they
few
have their
pennies,
hands
I
in all
will.
these baskets, and I'm trying to figure out like you don't have enough resources to support all of this.
Not at all.
So like at the end, like you're gonna give us
Thank you.
either a not good product or a not polished product. You're just gonna do this to make money.
Yup.
Rockstar, as much as we complain about Rockstar, we will buy whatever
They're
they
fucking
put
made.
out.
Yup.
Yes, yes. Red Dead, I'm sign me up for pre-orders. GTA, the first day they announce it, boom, right there. That's me. That's me. That's me.
So anomaly is this way. Yo, this is the longest I spent trying to find this damn power.
So welcome to my TED Talk. Man,
That was a good TED
I
Talk.
just yeah,
Good TED
yeah. I
Talk,
just
man.
feel like gaming is gonna go up, but it needs to go up in the right direction. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of success with smaller companies,
Yup.
and I feel like we need to support more smaller games, like more independent games, than AAA products.
So it's
'Cause
just like
let's be
supporting
real.
Smaller music artists instead of all the label shit. Yeah, it's
Yes,
true.
yes. Because the thing is, big labels are gonna put out, a formula. They already know it works. They already tested. They have the data. They have science. It's more about science and data than it is about music. Smaller music, smaller labels, or even independent artists, more care about their art, what they put out, and
Yup.
that's the difference. Especially, no matter whether it's gaming, whether it's movies, TV shows, whether it's especially movies. Let's be real. Like some small project movies be hit, and like you can go watch another Marvel movie, you're like, all right, this is the same thing. I love Marvel. Don't get me wrong, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be the same with video games, and that's also why I want a PC, because like a lot of independent games are just going to be coming out on Steam.
So I'm not gonna lie, like some of my most fun times gaming was
When I
back
see
when
it
I
with
had
my
the
own eyes,
PC
it
and
is
I was
still
just
hard
playing
to
all those like
believe.
smaller games where you can just mod it, do what the fuck you want, and like, cause it's not so much seriousness, it doesn't ask too much of you. You're just enjoying the game. And so that's kind of the thing about capitalism in general. Capitalism has taken the fun of a lot of things because it's about making money first and then the enjoyment after, which is not
Yeah,
how it should be.
yeah.
Everything, like you said, people, they find a formula and then they just pimp it out until it's
Yeah.
dry, and then they move on to the next with
Yeah,
everything.
and that's I hate it. I hate it. But it's not that I hate it, because obviously I don't hate it, because I like it at least enough for me to keep talking about it, know about it, read about it, things like that.
Yeah.
But enough to where I'm not enjoying myself as
Yeah.
much as I would like to.
People have been here. They better not taking my powers.
All right, stream. I'm gonna go off a tangent. I'm not gonna play Starfield anymore because I'm having a very in-depth conversation and I cannot pay attention to the story. I'm gonna go play some Brawlhalla.
Oh, weak.
I cannot do.
Oh shit,
Actually,
he
we're gonna
dead.
play some Rocket League. That's what.
Oh, he
So,
dead, though. What the fuck going on here?
yeah. So I guess so
Caves like this
what
can be an excellent
I
way to
want to
conceal the
know,
presence of an elite
Malachi, what do
population.
you think
I
that
should know.
like if you were to create your own game, you had an unlimited budget, you had a storyboard, they said, I'm gonna fund whatever you want. Just tell me the idea that you want to put out. What is gonna be your ideal game?
Ooh. Oh. That is a good question.
There must be something in all of that you can afford to let go of.
My ideal game. Wow. I would love. First of all, like, I know this is me fanboy, but I would love Halo to finally get the respect it deserves, right?
Okay. Okay.
But by like, so like, I was like really into the Halo story and everything, like the expanded, like that was like the only time I ever got into like the expanded lore of a game. Like, I was like, I read the books and all that kind of stuff. And Halo has a super rich story, like on par with like Star Wars, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the games ever since Halo 3 haven't really like captured that fully. And so I guess my idea of like, unlimited budget. Would it be a Halo game that really just captures the story and doesn't necessarily involve Master Chief? Like, I feel like you just explore the world, like a Starfield level.
Like a Starfield Master Chief game.
You know what I'm saying? Like that type of scale with the different planets, different wars going on. Probably something like that. Or if it's not like a Halo themed game, I don't know. I'm always thinking space. Like I really like space personally.
Okay.
So, unlimited budget. I do something that, I think Starfield with like even better technology, so like all the transitions are more seamless and stuff like that. That type of level with realistic wars. I love single player games.
Would you implement like a battle pass, or how would you continue the revenue?
I would never implement a battle pass into my game. I think we need
so you have two options. I feel like it's either battle pass or DLC.
DLC is the route I would go. So I am a firm believer that if you create compelling enough DLC, you will get more return on your investment. Even if you probably won't get more money per se as you would like a battle pass, but you'll get a better return on investment where you can take your time with the DLC and make something that matters, and then you get trust from the fans, which is I think is much better.
A returning fan base too.
Exactly. So now you have a loyal fan base. Cause look at like Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. Like I guess GTA and stuff like that does have like the shark cards where people blow bad money on, but like that's not.
I mean, it's an RPG.
Pass, at least.
It's an RPG.
Exactly. So like,
that's what
different.
RPGs do.
So like, if you want, I would rather people would want to spend money on my game, but not have to, and they do it out of choice, than feel like, oh, they have to spend money on my game in order to enjoy it.
Yeah, you could either grind for it, and not like excessively grind, where you spend every second of every day, like on the game, but like enough to where, like, I'll work for this shit,
Yeah. So I think I would just really just hammer down and just really focus and expand on the games I've really enjoyed. So like a more in-depth or rich Assassin's Creed.
Well, someone got an idea there. I hear it.
I would love to explore African history through a video game.
Assassin's Creed.
Like probably something similar, but like kind of feels like, oh, what? I would love to go back to Africa in a video game.
What about African mythology?
Yes, bro. What?
Oh.
Like, let's start bringing out some of our stories. That would be tough.
Yeah.
That would be tough. Because African mythology is actually pretty fucking dope, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
That would be tough.
Their stories may be a little wild and a lot more intense than like Greek mythology, like Norse mythology, things like that. But I'm not gonna lie, actually, Norse and Greek mythology is actually pretty fucking. It's pretty intense when you get to the real stories and things like that. Yeah. Like they may clean things up for like social or not social media, but like movies, TV, things like that. But like the stuff they did is pretty savage.
Shit. No, that's true. Dang. I mean, Zeus was like a rapist, yo. I mean, oh shoot, I can't say I don't like. Yeah, but great. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He was
a predator. We'll say that.
Yeah, he's a predator,
and not the good kind.
Yep. So like, real stories, man. Like, imagine a world where we could just do this stuff without like pushback from like trying to offend people or like we could just be real. You know what I'm saying? Not worried about trying to make the most money possible. Not worried about trying not to offend people. Like, let's just be real and just get the real facts, real story, and just the real way it was. So, what's your ideal game?
So, I'm kind of torn on this one because like me, you know me, I love my superpower games where you feel like a god, where you feel like literally nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
So like my favorite games of all time like are gonna be in more of the Infamous, the Spider-Mans, the Batmans,
Infamous was the
the
one.
my favorite game of all time to this day is Prototype 2.
Prototype
That
as well.
oh my gosh.
Those
That
games where you're
is
just
my
that dude.
yes.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. Where you're like a Venom kind of character where you absorb
Yeah, I used to
everything.
love Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Oh my gosh. That game is just oh my gosh. Prototype 2 has got to be the most fun game I've ever played in my entire life. And Infamous. But the thing is like I would create a game like that, you know, where it's a new character. You're not going to go off of Marvel, DC or any other comic books or anything like that. You
Right,
create your
'cause-
own lore.
Yeah, create your
Yeah.
own lore. Because the thing about like these superhero games, somebody's always gonna be disappointed because we have those lore
Yeah.
nerds. It's like, oh, it's not like the comic books.
It's not completely accurate.
Yeah, and then it's like everybody has a preconceived notions. And so you start with your own lore, you can make your own story. That stuff.
Yeah. You can like you have your own hero, have your own character, and I liked the Infamous games because of the two choices you could take. You could take the path of good, you could take the path of evil,
Yeah.
and that kind of makes you want to play a new game plus because like okay, I went through like everybody on their first playthrough. Let's be real, you chose a hero, and what would it be like if I just chose the opposite things? What if I was just a menace? What if? And so
What the
I would create a game like that. Something where like you start off learning your powers and things like that, but in the end as you level up, you get XP, you get things like that.
I think that's why we
You
love
become-
Odyssey so much too, yo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because in the beginning of Odyssey, you just started as a regular, just well, I mean, let's not be say regular. You were pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
you were kind of like a really strong.
I think the
you were
best
like
thing
the
about
Rock.
the Odyssey,
and then
the
you turned
progression
into
is that,
Black
like,
Adam.
you
at the
really
end.
don't expect to get those powers and all that in the way you did too.
No, not at all.
Like, I think
Especially
that's
not
what
an
really
Assassin's
made it
Creed
so
game.
fun. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like, oh shoot, I'm really him.
Yeah. And like I think that's the kind of game I would make, you know, and like that's also why I've really enjoyed the Star Wars games recently. The Fallen Orders,
Okay.
those kinds of games because like they just kind of did their own thing,
Yeah.
and I liked it. I love that. I love that.
I loved it.
Because you started off as a Jedi who knew he had the Force, but was out of touch with the Force. And as you grow on, as you got further into the
Yeah,
game,
true.
you develop more Force powers. You develop stronger lightsaber abilities. You recalled old lessons that you learned, just like you would in real life. You know, if you learn something, but as a kid, like you say, you learned karate as a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get put in a situation where you're now in a constant state of fighting. You're gonna be, you know, you're gonna unlock more of those memories that you had as a kid when you just started to learn and just, you know, unlock those memories. And I love that. So I would create a game like that. Obviously, I would do the DLC route too. I wouldn't do like credits or anything because you wouldn't need really credits. I'd make all my skins free, things like that, because you know that's what really engages people. Because the reason why Spider-Man I feel like has been so successful to me is you have all these suits across all these comic books and even new suits and things like that. People enter photo mode, share that on Twitter, share that on Reddit, share that on Instagram, and make their own little videos and stories about what you can do. And it's so cool what they can do. It's really cool. Because you can watch someone record their gameplay of Spider-Man and they're just fighting some bad guys. Another person's just swinging through the city. It's amazing what you can do. That's the game I'll create.
See? So pretty much, man, video games needs to go back to just being focused on pure fun.
Yeah, and not money.
Yeah. Stop putting the like. I feel like some companies literally make the battle pass before they make the fucking game.
Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way too.
Like, bro,
'Cause,
you
like,
put
the
more
thing is,
thought
like,
into this
that's
battle
what
pass and the freaking mechanics.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what Insomniac did. Because, like,
Yeah.
before Spider-Man, all Insomniac did, I mean, although the game was successful, was Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, true.
That's
Those
all
games
they
were
did.
fun though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were fun. And they still are, because I played the new one, and that's still fun.
Yeah.
But all they were known for is Ratchet and Clank, and, like, lo and behold, you give them a Spider-Man IP, and you're like, oh, the guys who make Ratchet and Clank? Well, yeah, dude, they make fun games.
Yeah.
They make fun games that, like, you'll put out DLC, but they don't really expect to make all their money from DLC. They expect to make the best game possible at release, and for a lot of people to buy it. And look what happened.
Yo.
3 times in a row. 3 times in a row.
3 times.
Spider-Man, Miles Morales, which is like a what do you call it?
A spin-off?
Like a spin-off game. Yeah. Like how you had the what was that? The Uncharted game. You had the spin-off of that game too. They
I
made
do like the
a
way they
bunch
use a
of money
spin-off
from
to
that.
kind of hype up the next main installment by putting
Mhm.
it together. That's kind of smart.
Yeah. And you did characters that people already loved, but you did them right.
Yo.
So you can take Spider-Man, and you can fuck him. You can do a terrible job of Spider-Man. Case in point, Avengers.
Shit. What is
They
like?
put Spider-Man in that game thinking that he would save their game, and
Yeah, nah.
they did a terrible job of that.
I didn't even know he was in it. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was one of the DLC characters.
Damn, what was it like playing? I'm about to look it up now.
But the thing is, all their DLC characters are free, but all their skins, which everybody wanted, where you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay like $20, $15 for
Oh
one
my
skin.
god. And, all right, let's talk about the
Yeah.
prices of these DLC items nowadays in video games, bro. What is with that? $20
Yeah, I
for
don't
a fucking skin, bro? The game itself is like 70. So you telling me I'm paying a fifth
Yeah.
of the price of the
And
game?
like, it's not enhancing any part of my
Yeah.
gaming experience except the visual appeal.
Like, you know
And by
they'll
the
make a
time I
lot more
buy
money.
the skin, like, yeah, by the time you buy the skin a weekend, you're like, all right.
Yeah, I don't even really care about it.
Right.
Like, if
That's
they
so
made
sick.
skins like $4 or $5, not even like the most, people would buy the hell out of it. It'd be like everybody would think,
yeah.
It's not really gonna kill my
Yeah, it's
pockets.
$5.
F it. Like, that's the type of mentality that makes people money. Oh, all right, whatever. It's a couple dollars. I don't care. I'll just throw it. And then everybody throws money
Yeah.
at you. Like, why? I don't know, man.
It's a wild concept just because I think people spend so much going into a video game that they expect it to be a success instead of just going in. Dude,
Yeah.
whatever you need to make this great video game, just have. Just take it. The only reason why Rockstar games are so expensive to make is because of the people that make them
Yeah.
deserve that higher pay.
Yo. So, like,
The only reason.
that makes me think about like Halo's recent like resurgence, right? So like this season in Halo Infinite is like been super successful to the point where like people are saying like Halo's back, and all this happened like within 6 months of them firing the old management at 343.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like so the old management at 343 was the one that put in place that created Halo 4, Halo 5, and obviously Halo and Halo Infinite once was. And they were just doing a shitty job, time and time again. But the same manager stayed in place in the game and never lost a position.
You think that they need to switch it up? Or
So
you think they need to give them more of a creative role instead of a directorial role?
nah, sometimes you just got bad managers, and so once they
Yeah,
let go
okay.
of the managers and fired them or replaced them with people that actually had like good merit, that's when we started seeing all these positive changes to the game. So really, what I'm trying to say is that like a lot of these gaming companies are held back by like people that aren't even like gamers by just suits.
Yeah.
That's like only looking at the end line and not looking at the product itself.
A lot of them get started by gamers, but then like they become more less and less gamers. Because I highly doubt the people that are like at Ubisoft and like Activision. And all that, I highly doubt those CEOs are sitting down playing those games.
No.
I highly doubt that.
And that's the
But
problem.
ones at the smaller companies, they're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna test this out myself. Would I play this game?
Yeah. And that's how it should be, man.
And maybe not all of them do that, but like I would think that a majority of them would be like, let's test my own game. I got to sell this to shareholders. I got to sell this to people who want to invest money into my company so I can make more money off of this, invest more into my game, into my company. I gotta like my own product.
Facts.
I think that's how all the great companies started too. Probably how Apple started too.
Apple seems like, I don't think Apple has fully lost their way yet. They seem to be doing pretty good.
I think they have.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
Ooh, I think Apple has definitely lost their way because Apple used to be as they are still innovative, but they were the fire starters. They were the path, the way. It seems like nowadays Apple is more of a perfectionist. I'm gonna take what's already out there and just perfect it. Nothing's wrong with that, but at the same time, I want something to like me as a consumer. You want something to show off to other people. Reason why you have that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I have a Sony PS5 because not only can I play the new games, but I can do all this, and this with my. I have a touchpad on my controller. Does the Xbox have that? No. Does Switch have that? No. I have a touchpad on my controller. I have the new Xbox because I can do quick resume. I can have 4 or 5 games running at the same time. And I can switch between them if I get bored. If my ADD starts to kick in, I have the way to just play 4 or 5 different games at one time. Right? For Androids, I'm not sticking up for Androids, but they seem to have a lot of different arguments of what they can do and what Apple can't do. There's a lot of things that Apple can do that Android can't do, but it's only because of Apple's software.
A shame that there is not more to discuss.
And the interface that they have.
That's an interesting take. And I received that. The reason I say that Apple hasn't lost their way and they're still doing a good job is more the fact that they are still the leaders. Like, despite everything you said, they're still the leaders. They still do the best implementations of everything that is out there. And they don't just release, for the most part, they don't just release bad products or buggy products. And I still think, like you said, the software, so hardware perspective, I see what you're saying. For the most part, where like iPhones have kind of like stayed the same. But from a software perspective, man, they're doing stuff that no other company is really competing with them with. And it's pretty impressive, which is what I'm saying.
It's very,
So, like,
software-wise, it's impressive, yeah. But the thing is, like, you're selling to a larger audience than just people that are already in software developers, things like that. People in tech. Because if you want to be real, to be completely honest, people in tech mostly have Androids. They don't have iPhones.
I'd actually disagree with that. So once you get higher up in tech, you actually see a lot more people with iPhones. So like, here's what I find ironic about it. I was like, so I feel like when it comes to like the iPhone and Android thing, I was to make this comparison in my head. I was like, people that know nothing about tech get iPhones. People that know tech or think they know tech then get Androids. But then people that are really like tech enthusiasts also have iPhones, but then like with the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I know there's a lot of like tech enthusiasts.
They have a mix of both.
Yeah, usually have iPhones and stuff like that. And so like this is where the reason why people don't usually have Androids higher up is because at the end of the day, Androids are
their connectivity
buggy and inconsistent, even to this day. And that's the issue. So it's like they have a lot of, we did this first, but you didn't do it well.
What did Drake say? It's anybody who did it right. It's anybody who did it first.
First, who did it right.
Niggas
And so
looking
that's
like
the thing.
preach.
Yeah, so that's the thing about Android is that, yeah, y'all can go ahead and talk all day about you did this and that and that and the third first, but let's be honest, man. Most of y'all aren't doing it well, and then when you do things well, it's after Apple showed you the way, and then you start taking their work blatantly a lot of times and doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like the only ones I can really say are really close to like Apple when it comes to innovation, at least in the phone space, is really just Samsung and like Google. That's really it.
Barely Google.
Barely Google. And that's me. Like, yeah, barely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like Google is not really, but the thing is, Google is not really trying to compete with them on that level. Google is trying to become Amazon. That's Google's real competition. They're not worried about Apple. They're not worried about like, cause Samsung's worried about Apple. Google's worried about Amazon. That's their main competition. And I would say it's a good race.
Well,
That's
it's
a good
Amazon
race
and
right
Facebook
there.
really, because they all work in the ad space and like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Why would you say Facebook's more of a competition than Google's a competition?
Because
now?
Facebook ads, bro. Facebook. So Google and Meta, well, not Facebook. Google and Meta, their main income source is their advertisements. So the ad space and all that kind of stuff. That's where they drive the majority of their revenue is from ads. So paid ads and stuff using their system. So,
but in my personal opinion, Google is smoking Facebook or Meta. They're smoking them.
Overall,
but I feel like it's more of a race between Amazon and Google, because Google, they have their own certifications. They have their own database. They have their own software. They have their own.
Are you saying competing in which space with Google and Amazon? Competing in which space between Google and Amazon? Are you talking about like Amazon Web Services?
As a company as a whole, because Amazon has their own. Because they both started off differently. However, as the years grew on, I feel like Amazon and Google are becoming more rivals than they initially intended. Like, Google didn't start because of Amazon. Amazon didn't start because of Google. No. But as the years go on, they understand what makes them money. AWS. Bread and butter of Amazon right now. You may think it's the storefront. No. It is their storefront, but what do they really perfect their storefront off of AWS and all the things you can do with AWS? And Google, they perfected themselves off of, obviously you have Google search engine, all the data that you can collect from the search engine, and what they do with that data. They found different ways to implement that data to have you connect all of your data and company data, and they're real, company focus is more about data than anything for Google. And that's what Amazon is basically now. It's just data. So two data, what do you call them? Like the big leagues of data is Google and Amazon. I guess that's really what what their competition is just data.
And
who can collect the best and
because
the best
even though
data.
What you're saying is true, I do think you have a misaligned where Google and Amazon aren't really competing for, because Amazon hosts the data and Google lets you find the data. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
So Amazon is more directly competing with Microsoft in that front, where Microsoft has the Azure servers.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And that's bringing back to where my focus is, where Google's competing with Meta, because Meta has social data. They own pretty much the whole social media is all Meta, and that's where that's why you remember when Apple put in the do not track stuff, and that's when Facebook shares went dramatically down, because they sell your data from this. You know what I'm saying? Same with Google. They sell your search data, your ad data, blah blah, and Meta does the same just with social media. But Amazon competes with Microsoft heavily, because Amazon hosts half the web and Microsoft owns half the other half.
But the thing is, wouldn't you not agree that Google not only collects your data with social media as well? Not social media, or not Google. Amazon.
Echo.
You buy things on Amazon. Everything
I
that
say
has to
with
do.
Echo,
Yeah, Echo.
Oh yeah, I mean every company
gonna
is
say
interested
her
in
name,
sells
but-
your data. Every
yeah.
company sells your data.
Yeah, yeah.
Every one of them. Apple says they
So
don't.
I guess yeah. I know Apple sells their data. Samsung sells their data. Sony sells their data.
Samsung
Everybody sells their
sold
data.
my data before I even bought the damn phone. Like that's crazy.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like it's all what they do with that data is what's different. And I felt like, I didn't know what you just told me because that gave me a new insight of what these companies do a little bit more. But as far as like data usage and data collection and who hosts data and more of collecting data, there's a difference, a clear distinct difference. You can collect all the data you want. Where are you gonna host it?
facts.
You can host all the data you want. How you gonna collect it?
Yup, exactly. That's where Amazon, Google, yup. Shit is wild, man. Shit is wild. But yeah, it is 10:05. I just got my powers, and I think that was a crazy good discussion. We really went off the rails.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. It wasn't even planned,
I'm fucking weak, man.
Look, man.
Time for me
I'm so glad we had this discussion and we got to actually go in depth about tech.
Yes, sir.
That's a passion of both of us.
Yes, sir.
But if you guys, want to have us talk about anything, or you guys want to share your own comments and thoughts, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to have an open discussion about this and what you guys think.
Yup.
All right. We'll be coming back next week. We're either gonna do some Halo, some more Starfield, or might even run some 2K. Because we are black. So no, I'm just kidding.
Yo.
Yeah, let me stop. But yeah, that's A1phaCast, baby. You already know. You never know what you're gonna get, but you always know you're gonna have a good time.
For sure, y'all. Peace.
That's all you gonna know.